and Parker proudly present Pillow Talk on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. I'm Pugs Moran. James Parker is here. Let's bring him in, Jay.
Good evening. Good to be here. Glad to be here.
I apologize. I was almost late. I had this timed almost perfectly. I fell into did you do this? We just came out of the NFL draft, and I know that you are an ardent Cowboy fan. How about them Cowboys?
I don't know what they get. I stopped paying attention to the draft years ago.
Really?
Well, I did the math. There is math behind this, and the draft is an absolute, just mathematically speaking, waste of your time. In 3 years, most of those guys aren't going to be in the league. In 5 years, only like 10 of them are still going to be in the league, and you sure as hell don't know which ones they are.
Hey, let's not leave your friend hanging. Who you got with us tonight?
Rebecca Pratt.
Look at this. Rebecca's back for another night. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to exclude you from the conversation. I was just geeking out on sports.
What's up, guys? You know, I didn't join you yesterday, but the big news yesterday was the leak out of the Supreme Court when it came to Roe v. Wade. And every news channel I turned on all day long, morning, noon, and night, they were talking about the leak. Yesterday, I went to the bathroom more than I think I've ever went in my life in one day.
Because you were programmed? Yeah. Well done.
It's very nice. All right, before we get into whatever nonsense we're going to get into here today, James, how about you you feel like wheeling and dealing with a little bit of what we like to call the monologue?
I do. I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, here it comes. All right, on the delay, still not timing.
Well, while you're waiting on it, can I have the floor, please?
Oh, jeez. Please welcome to the Comfort Nest Lounge, high atop the 1%er compound in beautiful Highland Park, Texas. He's a veteran of multiple paternity suits, been making the people around the globe laugh for generations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Johnny Parker.
Thank you. You can just go ahead and get the boo button ready. I know you're not going to like this one, Bugs. According to a shocking new poll, the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade has a 99% approval rating among fetuses. Oh, God. Your boos are delicious. I got some more Supreme Court news because, you know, the world's changed a lot since the Roe v. Wade decision was originally given to us in 1973. For example, back then, only women could get pregnant. That was just different back then, different time. You can do that one too if you want. Do it. That's what I wanted. I wanted you to do. According to the National Enquirer, recovering alcoholic Matthew Perry is now clean and sober. And he's been on the wagon before, but this time he stayed on for at least 6 hours.
Got him back a little bit.
According to a new study, the best opening line for men to meet women online is, "You have beautiful lips." The worst line is, "May the 4th be with you."
That's right. Oh, you're so original. I've never heard that before.
And
How
it's
clever.
and timely. Today is National Youth Day in China. This is the only day every year that the Chinese kids are allowed water breaks on the factory floor.
Oh, look at that. He hates
Child labor is hilarious.
He hates them.
This is also Teacher Appreciation Week still. Students are encouraged to show appreciation to all of their teachers and not just the ones that they're banging.
Look at him. He's won the crowd over. It started out bad, and now it's good.
Wow, just give me time. May is Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month. According to a new study, 82% of our homes have mouse allergens, and scientists say you can tell if your house is affected if you hear mice sneezing.
He lost them. He had them, and he lost them.
But did I want them? Today is, or tomorrow, Cinco de Mayo. And I just want to give you a heads up because if you go to bars in Mesquite tomorrow, they give away a free margarita with every meth purchase.
Meth purchases, folks. He said meth purchases. In where? Mesquite?
Mesquite.
In Mesquite, no less.
It's like, how do you live in a big city in a trailer house? It was on tomorrow, on this day in history in 1494, Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica. After a couple hours, he had the munchies and had to leave for the Sandwich Islands, though.
That
I'm a
is a
historian.
joke about exploration. There are no limits to this guy.
Also, tomorrow on this day in 1941, I have to do this because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow on this day in 1941, fashion designer Coco Chanel released her signature perfume, Chanel No. 5. But do you know Amber Heard's favorite perfume? Chanel No. 2.
Oh, a timely joke. We thought it was going to be Coco Chanel jokes, and it was a timely joke.
Doo-doo joke. And finally, happy birthday to the great Mick Mars of Motley Crue. I don't want to say he's getting old, but he and the band have a new song called, any guesses? New song called?
Okay. No, just go. I'm not that quick.
Kickstart My Pacemaker.
Oh. I don't know. For some reason, I was stuck on girls, 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 and I was trying to think what would the joke for girls, girls, girls be. Kickstart My Pacemaker. Kickstart My Heart is my favorite Motley Crue song. And if I'm being honest, my only Motley Crue song that I like, because I'm not really a big Motley Crue fan. I'm not. All right. Can we get into what I really wanted to talk about today?
Are we getting the other side of the Duke story?
What's the other side of the Duke story?
Where she dropped a Snickers in the bed?
Oh yeah. Rebecca, have you been following the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial and tribulation?
I try watching it, but I keep falling asleep. I mean, have you seen? First, it was a week of him testifying, and now she finally got up there.
6 hours.
They should call this 2 lunatics in court. That's what they should call it.
Well, whatever. They should call it some of the best TV that I've seen in a long time. I am just hypnotized by it. I finished my noon show today and I went in the other room and I just watched Amber Heard on the stand giving her side of things. And it's been 3 weeks of me talking about Johnny Depp is he's being ruined and she's a horrible woman. I watched her today and I'm like, she tells some good stories. Like, I don't know. I'm still on Team Depp, but it's like, she's got some stories.
I guess these are 2 people that are never going to work again. Yeah. As far as I could tell.
Couple of quick. Well, no, actually, I think that there's going to be a big redemption for Johnny Depp. I think that based on the way the general population is sort of taken, unless she wins him over here in the next couple of days. She didn't seem to do that great of a job today, but there were points where, I watched the whole thing. There were points where I'm going, he really did that. But here's the other thing. Okay, so let me go through some points here, and then we'll individually let you guys chime in, because I've got a whole flow chart here of shit that I saw today that I wanted to mention. All right, first of all, she was talking about, they walked her through from the very beginning how they first met, what their first conversation was, how long it took before they slept together. Every step by step, we went through the whole thing. So I feel like I know everything about their relationship at this point. Amber Heard, talk about having zero self-awareness. Amber Heard was in a lesbian relationship with someone who she called her wife. She refers to as my wife, my ex-wife. And I don't know if they were officially married, but she kept calling her my ex-wife. Amber Heard was in a committed lesbian relationship. And Johnny Depp was coming out of his relationship with the mother of his children, Vanessa Paradis, who he's with for like 14, 15 years. And Amber Heard on the stand had the nerve to say that here's how I phrased it. While Amber Heard was cheating on her partner with Johnny Depp, she had concerns about the sort of man he was for cheating on his partner with her. Where is the self-awareness?
That's pretty bad. Okay.
She didn't know if she should be in a relationship with someone who would cheat on their partner while she was cheating on her partner. This is But James and Rebecca, you don't know about this, but I have a great hatred, a great critique of the actress. I've known a lot of actresses. I went to a school that was just filled with wannabe actresses. They are some of the worst human beings on the planet. A young woman who wants to be an actress is an absolute emotional hand grenade at all times. And Amber Heard was so wrapped up in the idea that dating Johnny Depp is a really good career move for me. He's like, that she completely just pushed her lesbian wife aside. That wasn't an issue, that she was cheating on her partner with Johnny Depp. It was that he was cheating on his partner.
Okay, but okay, I think if we've established anything, is that both of these people are crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not fit to be with a sane person. So they kind of should be with other crazy people, which them being together almost makes sense if you look at it from that angle. Because crazy should marry crazy, and y'all should just learn to tolerate each other's crazy. And us normal people will marry other normal people, and we won't throw stuff across the room or take, wayward dukes. We'll just have a healthy relationship.
Rebecca?
Yeah, and the one thing I'm learning from this trial, I mean, Johnny Depp loved to do drugs, and he has millions and millions and millions of dollars. You put those two things together, you love to do drugs, and you have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Is there any doubt in your mind that Johnny Depp, him being straight compared to him being high in his life, it's not even a comparison, like what he's done more?
Yeah. I mean, if I was Johnny Depp and I had that lifestyle, I would probably slightly in the bag 95% of the day. I mean, why not? Yeah, okay. So here's what I kept thinking. Johnny, and she kept saying, he's one of the most famous men in the world. Everybody knows who he is. And she's absolutely right. And she's Amber Heard. She is not. So her crazy does not come off as interesting as Johnny Depp's crazy, because Johnny Depp is at the level where crazy gets termed as eccentric, whereas Amber Heard is still at the level where crazy is just, you're a crazy bitch.
Yeah, when poor people are weird, you're crazy. When rich people are weird, you're eccentric.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's, or famous people. So
Right.
she got very upset. Like, one of the things that really upset her about their relationship was that Johnny Depp would be so wonderful. I was so in love with him. He was the sweetest, and he was a gentleman, and he left little notes, and he gave me presents, and he was always there for me, both emotionally and physically. And then he'd disappear for 3 weeks. And I'm like, bitch, that's Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is a rogue. This isn't new. Johnny Depp has been disappearing and going on binges with alcohol and drugs and partying with Keith Richards and Tom Petty and all of these people for decades. Did you not know who you were getting involved? I mean, Johnny Depp's history of being an out of control party boy goes all the way back to the mid 1980s when he was dating Jennifer Grey and beating people up in clubs. I mean, Johnny Depp is that guy. He's a charming rogue. Johnny Depp is not George Clooney. You know what I mean? Like George Clooney with his fancy international lawyer wife, and they're good, perfect. Johnny Depp is a rogue. You got into a relationship with a rogue. So when he disappears for 3 weeks and then shows up like nothing ever happened, that's part of the deal. James?
We would do it if we had the money. We would just disappear for 2 weeks at a time. I'd go to Vegas. I'd go to Florida. I'd go to some other country. I'd be like, I want to see the local bars, like where the locals hang out. And then I'd be like, I want to get some drugs. And yeah,
Dude, if I'm Johnny Depp, I am just getting on my private jet and I'm going wherever there's gas enough in the tank to get me. And I'm pulling into, small town.
Does he have private jet money? Yeah, he has private jet money, right?
Private jet
Well,
money.
no,
He bought an island in the Caribbean. He owns an island in the
Oh my
yeah.
God. Oh my God.
So that is the top level of rich right there. Not when you are renting private jets so you don't have to fly Southwest with the rest of us losers, but when you like own a jet and the pilot is your employee. You're not like doing a wheels up thing or whatever. So once you have that jet, there is this thing that we will never get to experience, but you could be up and you got a full tank of gas. You could just say, you know what, just kind of turn to the right. We're going to go to,
Yes.
yeah, we're going to.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm Johnny Depp, I get on my jet. I say, how far can we get? And the pilot will say, I don't know, Indianapolis. Indianapolis it is. And we land in Indianapolis. And then I get in the limousine and I say, take me to a really cool bar. And it doesn't even matter if you're going to like, you know, a mall bar or whatever. You would walk in as Johnny Depp, you know, in Indianapolis.
And a party happens. Everything stops for you. They pull out all the stops for you. The
insane.
People are wanting to take selfies. Girls are swinging from your nuts.
Right. And no matter who the hottest waitress, look, there's always a hot waitress at every bar in America, right? Every mall bar in America has a hot bartender, whoever, it doesn't matter. So you hook up with her, and before you know it, it's 3 weeks. And then you go, oh, that's right, I'm in a relationship with him.
Hang on. Let's talk to some of the chatters, because Leslie's having a valid criticism. She says, I guess the chat room interaction on the evening.
Leslie asked me where I'm from because of my voice. I'm from Connecticut. That's where I grew up, Leslie.
Fairfield, Connecticut. In the shadow of Yankee Stadium, as she puts it.
I think that's
Isn't that a ridiculous description for Fairfield, Connecticut?
Wait, what is it?
It's an hour away.
In the shadow of Yankee Stadium.
Well, okay, James, go ahead. Jump into the chat room. Ask what people are saying, because apparently,
yeah. All right, to settle from Connecticut. What were some of the other ones? Yeah, the way
heaven forbid we're having fun with some conversational chemistry that we've got to stop and talk about.
What's the point of having these great people who are taking time out of their night to watch us and interact with the show? Neither one of y'all answered the question. Have you ever farted so hard your back popped?
No, I haven't. But again, we're kind of doing a breakdown of Amber Heard's testimony today. So let me continue with that. All right. So you were talking about the money. Rebecca brought up the money. You want to hear what kind of money? Now, remember when we were talking about how a lot of these fights occurred in what was referred to as either Penthouse 1, Penthouse 2, or Penthouse 3, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as that turns out, one penthouse in LA wasn't enough. They bought 3 on the same floor, and they basically occupy the entire floor. So it's like 3 penthouses right next to each other. It's like having a 12,000 square foot house up in the sky. Now, Johnny Depp, by all accounts, and I have not seen, here is what watching today, here's what he has. Okay. James, you got a nice house, right? I live in a guest house. Rebecca, you probably just got the one place, right? Normal people have the one place.
Yeah.
He's got, by my best count, 5 and possibly 6 apartments all in LA. Okay. He's got the 3 penthouses. He's got another penthouse that is just off Sunset Boulevard where he lives. He's got a loft in downtown Los Angeles. He's got like 5 apartments all within 10 minutes of each other. I've been to LA. You know, I'm sure traffic will make it a little bit longer than that, but he's got like 5 apartments, and these aren't cheap apartments. These are probably all, I don't know, minimum $12,000 a month, you know, minimum, more than that, 15. It's LA. So he's got, by my count, 5 apartments. Then Amber also has her own apartment that she keeps. So there's 6 apartments, because I guess, you know, you can't just run away to one of the 5 apartments. They've got that. They've got a house in the Hollywood Hills. They've got a beach house in Malibu. He also has penthouses in New York, Paris, and London, plus a London house and a Hawaiian house. He has a ski house in Switzerland. He has an island in the Bahamas, and he's got a ranch in Wyoming that he has never been to.
Yeah, his house in the Hollywood Hills, you could stand on Sunset Strip, like right in front of the Whiskey A Go-Go, and you could point up to his house and you could see it. And it's that close to all the action, but he's still up in the hills and he's away from it all.
So he's got the Hollywood Hills house, which is right there off the Sunset Strip, but also he's got the penthouse apartment also on the Hollywood Strip, which is walking distance from his house in I don't. This is a level of money that I just can't. Okay.
Hang on. Question: which one did she duke in?
Penthouse 3. Penthouse 3 is the answer we were looking for. Let's see.
Glad you know that.
Well, I remember she testified as much because the lawyers made her be specific about which penthouse the poop occurred in. Okay, so what are some of my other hot takes here that I had on? We're running out of time.
Did you not get audio of her explaining the
Oh
way?
yeah, you want to hear some audio?
Well, I would like to hear her explanation for the doo-doo.
Oh no, I don't have audio. That's so 2 weeks ago, James. We have moved. Hey, you want to hear a really cool story though? You want to?
I haven't moved on.
You want to hear what being rich is all about?
Yeah.
All right, let's find this one. Okay, that comes at 6 hours and about 45. All right. So let me set the scene for you. They decided for some ridiculous reason that they were just going to go to Russia, right? Amber and Johnny just decided that they were going to go to Russia and they were going to take the jet. And on the jet, Johnny and Amber were going to just do a whole bunch of MDMA on the long flight to Russia. Why not? Private jet, right? So here, okay, where is it? Let me make sure I can find this. Okay, so where is the time on that? Okay, that's 6 hours and 45 minutes into the testimony. We had to get to this. Okay. Oh, by the way, also, James, there was a period of time where Johnny's 2 kids came to spend some time over the summer with Amber and Johnny, and they rented a yacht, and they wanted to go out on the yacht with the 2 kids. So it's Amber, Johnny, and the 2 kids. Now, you have how many kids? 15? How many kids you got, Johnny?
4.
4. You got 4 kids. All right. So they got the 2 kids, and it's Amber and it's Johnny. And there was a thing because they needed to find another adult to help out with the 2 kids, even though there's 2 adults, which basically means they needed to find a third person to just take care of the kids because Johnny and Amber were not going to be taking care of the kids.
No, when you like to do drugs that much and you've got that much money, you always need someone to watch the kids because you're always doing drugs.
James, I bet you have gone out with your 4 kids and you've handled them all by yourself without the help of another adult.
Man, did it tonight. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you can handle it. All right, so here, is this going to be the cool sex party on the plane?
Just sit there staring at the stupid light. I know what to do. I just
you want to give me a share screen?
Sit there.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Well,
this is also what I like to call bad acting theater.
I didn't say stop or anything.
She really is pretty.
She's beautiful. She really is. He's Johnny Depp. He's not going to date her.
So the next morning, what transpired?
Why does he have to wear sunglasses indoors? He looks so stupid.
Thinking that Johnny would.
Those are girl glasses.
No, that's not.
Anymore, and he'd get clean and he'd get sober, and then he was this thing again.
Okay, here we go.
This thing that made me feel so loved, that made me feel like or some so. One tell me you saved my life. Everyone else was saying it. He was saying it. I thought.
All right, you know what?
Just like his other friends who had gone.
I can't seem to find it.
I thought, well, this is a relatively contained environment.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Here it is. All right, so remember, they just jump out of plane, Johnny's private jet, and they're going to go to Russia. They're going to do a whole bunch of MDMA on the plane.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I finally met them in the summer.
Oh, all right. You know what? We don't have time for this. All right, I'm sorry.
Come on, don't do that. No. Now I need to hear this. I need to hear this story, Pugs.
Right, here's the story.
Tell me the MDMA plane story.
Story is that Johnny takes a whole bunch of ecstasy and then he gives it to her, and she takes a whole bunch of ecstasy and 1, 2, there we go. By the way, he used to refer to her as the lesbian camp counselor because she's basically a lesbian. I mean, she went straight back to, I mean, I guess she dicked around with Elon Musk after him just to make him jealous. But, she's back dating women and she was married to a woman before that. So he used to say, why do you always got to be the lesbian camp counselor? Why can't you be the fun party girl? Like she was always like a drip, right? So she's like, okay, we're trying to put the marriage back together. Let's get on the plane. We're going to go to Russia. I'm down for it. Let's do all kinds of MDMA. And then, so they're like starting to trip some balls, right there on the plane. And Johnny decides that he's going to see if the stewardess wants to do some MDMA with him. So the stewardess comes back and she's like, no, Mr. Depp, I can't. And he's like, I'm Johnny Depp. I own this plane. You work for me. You can do whatever you want. I give you the night off. Would you like to do ecstasy with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard on your night off? It was like that kind of thing. She's like, all right, whatever, we'll do it. So the stewardess, like, what is the plan there, James? James, tell me, you're a heterosexual man.
He's working out a threesome.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you think. Hold on. I'm sorry.
What, did you just want to hear her stories from childhood, the name of her blankie or her pet dog or whatever? Just
Why
the
can't
crap
I
you
hear
tell
you?
people when you're on drugs.
James, keep talking. Why can't I hear you right?
Can you hear me, Rebecca? I think everything's
Yes.
working. Okay. It's just you then.
Keep talking. Say
You
something.
know what I'm saying anyway. He's working her into a threesome. I know it. Rebecca knows it. You know it. Dogs know it. John, Byron, Jeff, Bob, they all know it. He's working her into a threesome. That's it.
He's working into a threesome. His wife is a lesbian. She's probably she's a stewardess on a private jet. So she's gorgeous, right? Goes without saying.
She don't look like Lizzo.
No, she's a beautiful woman who is a stewardess on Johnny Depp's private jet. So he gets her to do some MDMA. And okay, so all of a sudden the uptight stewardess is now into it, right? And so the uptight stewardess starts kind of getting into it with Amber a little bit, which is how I understand these things begin. I understand that it's the two girls who take the ball and run with it first. And you have to believe that this is the plan. But then for some reason, Johnny Depp like went nuts. Like he started accusing the stewardess of trying to steal his girl. Like he got like really jealous that because he married a lesbian that maybe. And the reason the story is so interesting is because she told a story like an hour earlier about the exact same thing. Johnny Depp would get a threesome going and then just completely blow it by his insecurities.
That's gay.
But how cool would it be if you're at work and your boss comes up to you with a handful of ecstasy and said, "Hey, let's party and then let's do sex."
And your boss is Johnny Depp. Shit, I'd have said, well, I don't know, but you know what I mean? I'd be like, let's see where this goes, Mr.
Well,
Depp.
yeah, because 2 hours before that, she's on the phone with her friend Tiffany, and she's like, "You're not going to believe this. I'm working on Johnny Depp's flight tonight. This is my first time working on one of his flights. What if he tries to have sex with you? What if he offers you drugs? Shut up. That's not going to happen. I'm a professional. I would never do anything like that.
So weird. It's so
You're so
It's so
stupid."
strange. That's so dumb. Channel 9 says breaking news: Jerry Jones has been transported to Parkland Hospital after a car accident.
Pugs, and very important piece of information you need to know right now. Rebecca is a stellar Cowboy fan. That's one of the great things we had in common in our oasis of Cowboy fandom while in New Orleans. We latched onto each other for that because there's no other Cowboy fans.
You are an East Coast Cowboy fan.
Explain this. He has to tell a story every
I grew up
time.
a Cowboy fan. I should have liked the Giants. All my friends were Giants fans, but when I was a little kid, they used to lose all the time. And then this team came on at 4:00, and they had helmets, stars on their helmets, and there was a hole in the roof so God could watch them play. And they won all the time. And I said, I liked that team when I was a little kid. But I'm not the biggest Jerry Jones fan. If he never fired Jimmy Johnson, they would have won 10 Super Bowls.
I always hated the Cowboys, and I stand by it. No, that's not true. I'm in a very bad position with the Cowboys because, I worked for the flagship for the Cowboys, and I did a whole bunch of like pregame Cowboy stuff, and I got to know a number of players, and it's hard to not it's hard not to live here and not root for the Cowboys. You want them to win because it's more fun, when they win around here. It is fun in this town when they win. And now I got a 12-year-old, and my 12-year-old, he and I have a deal. He will be a Chicago Bear fan if I support his first love of his Dallas Cowboys. So, I can't really talk shit on the Dallas Cowboys anymore. I'm kind of stuck now with my kid. All right, so I'm looking to see here. I just looked for the Jerry Jones. No, there's nothing. I don't know where Channel 9 is getting that information, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. That doesn't mean it's not true. It just means that Channel 9 has sources that are better than the internet. The last, I just hashtag Jerry Jones. The last thing that was posted about Jerry Jones was 8 hours ago by Mike Fisher. And it has nothing.
I used to work with that guy.
Oh yeah, Fish Sports, and it has nothing.
Really good, by the way, as far as sports talk. That dude, he's got one of those encyclopedia memories.
Yeah,
great guy.
I have nothing bad to say about old Fish. Okay, we're gonna end it. Unless Jerry Jones is dead, then I'll come back on and we'll do like a breaking news thing.
Funny, James Parker and I worked with a guy named Fisher in New Orleans, and we both hate him.
Worst.
I met that guy.
You did.
I can see.
Pugs
got to see why. Trust me, I can see. Oh, wait a second. My kid is playing music.
All right. So Rebecca Lopez from WFAA is also reporting Jerry Jones involved in an accident. I have Matt Howerton from the AP also reporting from WFAA that Jerry Jones involved in a car accident at Wolf and Harry Hines around 8:08 p.m. So this happened right before we started.
All right. I'm going to try a Cowboys hashtag. We'll see if we got stuff there. I mean, if you got nothing.
Blame Jerry Jones's driver, because when you're as rich as he is, I don't think he's driven a car probably in 35, 40 years.
No. He does. I see him. He lives in my neighborhood. He lives right down the block from me. His house is right down the block from where I am right now. I see him driving all the time. He drives himself. Yeah, he's got a Mercedes that he drives. He's got a Jaguar that he's probably got a whole bunch of cars. But yeah, no, he drives himself. He's at least, around town. So who knows? We'll see. All right. Rebecca, so nice to have you back with us again for another night. Please feel free.
It's always a pleasure, and thank you for having me on.
There you go, James. It's good to see you as well. We will talk later. And I mean it. If there's something going on with Jerry Jones and it starts popping here, I will break in with a whole live coverage kind of deal that we'll do. But as of right now, I haven't been able to find anything. All right. Thank you to the fine chat people. Leslie, I'm sorry that you felt ignored in the chat room today. We will get through this. To everybody else who showed up in the chat room, thank you so much. Appreciate you giving us this time. Also, tomorrow, join me, high noon, 12 o'clock every day, 12 Central Standard Time. What we do is topics, hot topics, current events, trending topics, headlines, anything that's happening, I go through them. It's rip and read, baby. It's rip and read. Here's what's trending. Here's what people are saying. Here's what I'm thinking. Next. And we just move fast. It's everything you need to be fully informed for the day ahead of you. James, Rebecca, you guys stay cool. There you go. Folks, we'll see you tomorrow at noon. Bye, everybody. So baffling to some, I can smile a little now. Things are going good. I always had to be on guard. That is understood. Down the road I'll travel, far from the comfort nest. I am on a never-ending quest. I am on a never-ending quest.